What's up, Magic Fam? It's Blue here at Bluebears Games, and for this week's videos, I will be unboxing and then upgrading the Lost Caverns of Ixalan Explorers of the Deep Commander Precon. Before I get to today's video, I want to first take a moment to let you know that if you'd like to help support my channel, you can do so in the following ways. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share any of my content on your socials so other people can discover it, and or watch some of my many other videos yourself. In addition to that, if you're interested in ways that you can help support my channel monetarily, please read the description of this video, and there you will find a myriad of options for what you can do to help me keep this channel going. Anything that you can do to help is greatly appreciated, and I thank you for it. Now with that out of the way, let's begin. So here's what the outside of the box looks like. It has a Merfolk on the outside, because I'm assuming that this is a Merfolk deck. Explorers of the Deep on the front with green and blue, and then on the back it has what will be the commander that I've already told you about, but I still can't read them. So either way, let's open her up. Alright, take the deck out. There's the deck. Here are the counters, and that's that. Inside the little pouch we have Collector's Booster Sample Pack, the Life Wheel, which is generic, and then the box, which I will construct and show you all four sides. So blue-green on the front of it, on the side of the Planeswalker symbol, then I'm assuming that's what the commander's picture looks like, and then another commander symbol. It's still a nicer box because, again, it is horizontally aligned and it has the nice flip top instead of the old ones that used to have little glue tabs that fell apart. Those are crap. These are good. Sample pack. Let's open it up. Maybe. Alright, what do we got? We got the Myco Tyrant. That's not bad. I actually am a big fan of the fungus, so that can possibly go on my Slimefoot deck. And then we have a foil extended art Scytheclaw Raptor. That's not horrible. I mean, as far as monetary value goes, I don't know, but usability, that's pretty good. Alright, so let's get to the deck. Got a nice little pull tab here, which is nice to see that they finally put them back in. We'll split the deck up so that I can show you easier. And zoom, which I should have probably done already anyway, but whatever. Alright, so that is the commander that was on the back of the box, and I've already gone over it, so we will go past that, and we'll go to the second suggested commander, and I'm going to mess this name up horribly. I think it says Zolotoyak, the Smiling Flood. I butchered that. Anyway, it's a 6 to cast 6/6. Legendary Salamander Serpent with whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you put a flood counter on target land. That land is an island in addition to its other types for as long as there is a flood counter on it. And then at the beginning of your end step, untap each permanent you control with a counter on it. Okay, so we'll see how the rest of the deck looks. The first card after that is Merfolk Cave Diver, a 3 to cast 2/4 that says whenever a creature you control explores, Merfolk Diver gets +1/+0 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. Okay, so it looks like it might be an Explorer deck, but we'll keep going. Aetherized, that is a reprint. Deeproot Waters. Mero Rajiri, that's a great reprint. That's a Merfolk Lord, and I actually used that in my what used to be modern deck. It's still modern, but it's not one I use. I don't play modern anymore. Rapid Hybridization, it's good removal for blue. Raven Form, more removal for blue. Sage of Fables, this is a really good one. So it's a 3 to cast 2/2. This is a reprint, by the way. It says each other wizard creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And then you can pay 2 and remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature that you control to draw a card. Stony Brook Banneret is a 2 to cast 1/1 with Island Walk, and Merfolk spells and wizard spells you control cost 1 less to cast. The reason why it specifies that instead of creatures is because there are Merfolk spells that do exist that aren't creatures. Beast Within, more removal. Nikanzal, Current Conductor, to cast 2/3. It has whenever a creature you control explores a land, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, and then whenever a creature you control explores a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this. So, okay, lots of explore. Evolution Sage, it's a great card. Explore, Inspiring Call, Kodama's Reach, so good ramp. Growth Spiral, good card. Kyora's Follower, Merfolk Mistbinder, which is a Simic or blue-green Merfolk Lord. Merfolk Skydiver, these are all reprints. Tatiova Benthic Druid, I actually make, or I did back in the day. I haven't made one in a while, but I did make a commander deck based off of this creature because it's a good creature. Arcane Signet, Commander Sphere, Simic Signet, not a big fan of that type of Signet. Soul Ring, Swiftfoot Boots, Command Tower, Llanowar Reborn, it's a good reprint. Myriad Landscape, Path of Ancestry, Mist Dancer, don't recognize this one. So, this is a 5 to cast, 3/3 Merfolk Wizard with flying. It says other Merfolk you control get +1/+0 and have flying. That's a really good ability for Merfolk. And then it has Encore. And if you don't know what Encore does, you can read it all here. Basically what it means is if it's in your graveyard, you can pay the cost and then you'll create a token copy of this card and then it's attacking each opponent. But the amount of tokens you create is as many opponents as you have. Ripples of Potential, don't recognize this. This is a 2 to cast instant that lets you proliferate and then choose any number of permanents you control that had a counter put on this way, and those permanents phase out. Interesting. Okay. Wave Goodbye is a 4 to cast sorcery that says return each creature without a +1/+1 counter on it to its owner's hand. Bygone Marvels is a 2 to cast sorcery that you descend 8, and when you cast a spell, if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, copy the spell twice, and then you may choose new targets for the copies. And what it actually does is it returns a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, and then you exile it. Deep Root Historian is a 4 to cast 3/3 Merfolk Druid that says Merfolk and Druid cards in your graveyard have Retrace, which is interesting. So it's graveyard recursion for blue-green Merfolk. Okay. Topography Tracker, 3 to cast 2/2, says when it enters the battlefield, you create a map token. Map tokens are a little iffy to me. They're okay. It says if a creature you control would explore, instead it explores, then it explores again. Tributary Instructor, 4 to cast 4/4 with Mentor, and whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, you draw a card. Singer of Swift Rivers is a 3 to cast 3/2 that has flash, so it can be cast as if though it was an instant or at instant speed. And then it says when it enters the battlefield, you put a shield counter on another target creature you control. And then it also has you may cast Merfolk spells as though they had flash. That's actually really good. Wow. Benthic Biomancer, that is a reprint. Commit to Memory, another reprint. Coral Helm Commander, this is another card I had put in my modern Merfolk or Fish deck. It becomes Lord eventually. Curse of the Swine, it's mass removal. Emperor Mahal 2, I guess that's how you say it, is a 3 to cast 3/3 legendary Merfolk Noble. It says you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast Merfolk spells from the top of your library, and then whenever you cast a Merfolk, you may pay 1, and if you do, you create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token. No abilities, just a generic 1/1. So basically a Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. Herald of Secret Streams is a really good card, not just in Merfolk decks, but in +1/+1 counter-themed decks in general that have blue in them. Kindred Discovery, that's actually a pretty good reprint. Coppola, not sure how it's specifically said. Warden of the Waves, that's a reprint. Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. I wonder if Lord of Atlantis is in here. It's a Lord. Merfolk Sovereign, another Lord. Reflections of Littjara. Seafloor Oracle, lots of card draw, lots of +1/+1 counters. This is pretty cool. Surge Spanner, so it's a 4 to cast 2/2 that says whenever it becomes tapped, you may pay a blue and 1, and if you do, return target permanent to its owner's hand. So a little bit of tempo as well. Caverns of Sea and Sky. This is a reprint, but I'm going to read it because it's a good one. It's a 3 to cast legendary Merfolk god that has indestructible as long as you control at least 2 other Merfolk, and then whenever it attacks, draw a card. And also other Merfolk you control have Ward 1. So a little bit of protection. That's actually a pretty good Lord for Merfolk. Thassa, God of the Sea, a really good reprint. This is a really good card. Thieving Skydiver. Branching Evolution, so anything with counters, they get doubled. Deeproot Elite. That's another reprint. Wow. They did a really good job with all 3 decks. That means that all 4 are probably going to be pretty good. Hardened Scales. It kind of helps with +1/+1 counters. Realm Walker. Ruinous Intrusion. I don't recognize it, but I think it's a reprint, but I'm not sure, so I'll read it anyway. It's a 4 to cast instant that says exile target artifact or enchantment, and then put X +1/+1 counters on target creature that you control, where X is the mana value of the permanent exiled this way. Cold-Eyed Selkie. Kumena, Tyrant of Erazga. Prime Speaker Zagana. Quandrix Command, so a lot more reprints. Simic Ascendancy, a WinCon. This is one that I usually suggest as upgrades. I guess I can't suggest that now, huh? Tishana, Voice of Thunder. Varel of Whole Clade. Zagana, Utopian Speaker. Metallic Mimic, wow. Okay, lots of lords, lots of +1/+1 counters, pretty cool. Alchemist Refuge, that's a pretty good land. Hinterland Harbor. Karn's Bastion, wow. These are really good precon. Mosswort Bridge. Temple of Mystery, we can take that out. Vine Glimmer Snarl. Reliquary Tower, that's needed. Damn, what am I going to do for an upgrade guide, huh? Rogue's Passage. Secluded Courtyard. Simic Growth Chamber. Temple of the False God, that can come out probably. Unclaimed Territory. Forests, islands, apparently more islands than forests. Here is the super thick version of the Commander. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker than a normal card. And then the tokens. Bird, Beast, Frog Lizard, Boar, Za, Map Token, Copy Tokens, Merfolk Tokens with Hexproof. Cool. Lots of Merfolk. And then the regular Merfolk Tokens. And that, my friends, is what is in the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, Explorers of the Deep Commander Precon. This was yet another solid precon from Wizards of the Coast. Once again, it had most of the things that you'd want from a starter commander deck, and some of the cards that they included gave the feeling that this was from a premium product and not just a standard one. Now, while it is a good precon, it's not perfect and could use a few small upgrades. Not many, mind you, but a few, so that's exactly what tomorrow's upgrade guide will be. Just a few small upgrades that should help make this deck play a little better, so please be sure to come back tomorrow and join me for that. So that's all for this video, but if you're looking for more content to watch, please go browse my channel and take a look at some of my many other videos. I know for a fact that you'll find some that you like, and please check back tomorrow for that upgrade guide. Before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Have a great day, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. And that, my friends, is what is in the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, Explorers of the Deep Commander Precon. This was yet another solid precon from Wizards of the Coast. Once again, it had most of the things that you'd want from a starter commander deck, and some of the cards that they included gave the feeling that this was from a premium product and not just a standard one. Now, while it is a good precon, it's not perfect and could use a few small upgrades. Not many, mind you, but a few, So that's exactly what tomorrow's upgrade guide will be. Just a few small upgrades that should help make this deck play a little better, so please be sure to come back tomorrow and join me for that. So that's all for this video, but if you're looking for more content to watch, please go browse my channel and take a look at some of my many other videos. I know for a fact that you'll find some that you like, and please check back tomorrow for that upgrade guide. Before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Have a great day, and I hope to see you all tomorrow.